Yeah, somewhere in there it mentions that it's 40 hours. I was looking through it the other day when I was debating if I wanted to be a poisoner or not. And no, because any poison besides the poison you get from the poison feat takes for fucking ever to craft.
Yeah. I tried to go down that path. It was too painful to use.
Yeah, and the feat they added doesn't do enough for other poisons. It just gives you access to a decent poison.
Yeah, and let's do right. Ignore poison resistance, right? Something like that.
Yeah, which is okay in certain campaigns, but there's a lot of poison immunity, which there's nothing for. So.
Yeah, anything otherworld, you're gonna have a good chance of poison immunity or undead. Yeah.
Which will fuck up some humanoids.
So a 10 GP shield would technically be, I think it would be 0.5 of a work week, like half a work week, I guess, by that math. Divide its gold piece cost by 50 to determine its work time. So it'd be 10 divided by 50. Yeah, I suppose it would be. Let me double check that.
So 8 hours, 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, because I think that's what it is. 10 gold.
Yeah.
Like for longer projects, that's what it works out to. 10 gold per day, basically.
Yeah. All right, makes sense. So I'd spend. Let's see, half of the item's cost, and then spend a day on it, and I could make a shield. All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hello. Oh, here. Hey, Spoon.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Spoon.
Oh, I wonder if in their work week calculation they think of weeks as 10 days.
No,
I don't think so, because it does mention somewhere that they are 40 hours. So
okay, that's good baseline.
I don't know which book you're pulling it out of. Like, one of them does mention 10 day, one mentions like a 5-day work week, one mentions 40 hours.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I'm back. Oh my guts.
Welcome back.
All right, give me like 5 minutes to not feel super gross, and then we'll get started.
Sounds good.
Right on.
Cool.
Eating some Tums, my fucking guts.
Oh, also, my dinner will be done before too long. I'll just have to pop up and get that, but that should only take a minute.
How many quests do we have so far? 3?
I think it's 3.
My quest log has Cold-Hearted Killer, Mountain Climb, and Foaming Monks.
Yep, I'm in the same boat.
Imagine we'll pick up more here.
Yeah.
We have the dwarves here to track down.
Yeah. I think some of the psychic people got a quest log too at the end of the session.
Yes. Is those of you who have the ability, who have telepathic ability, naturally are feeling a pull to the southern mountains.
That's right, but I couldn't understand it.
Correct.
I feel it too.
Is that where I came from?
Actually, that was one thing I would definitely want to do before we rest tonight, would be comprehend languages, as long as that's frequent enough I could hear it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's happening every so often.
Different language?
Yeah, getting telepathic messages in some unknown language.
Hmm.
I don't think anyone in the group actually knows I'm telepathic.
No, I don't think it's come up.
Hmm.
I'm looking that up right now. The message and stuff to get that ready.
Is Zin's model originally one of the Gith? Like a Gith Yankee?
No, it's a drow house captain.
Ah. Yeah, some of those drow are neat. I threw a couple of them into that fight in our Undermountain game that weren't originally there because I had having to upscale everything. Because you guys were just such a tough min-maxed group for that one. But the the way it panned out when you dispelled like 5 different things off of like the matron mother. I don't think I use the matron one. I use the shadow blade, or the one that has like the necrotic damage weapon that like drains your health. And like I think they had like greater invis and haste and like mirror image and like 4 different buffs on them. But you guys just like dunked him in one turn by dispelling him. It was pretty epic fight where you just got the matron down and got them to stand down right away.
Oh god, was that the one who she was also Pregananand?
Yeah, she was preggers as fuck.
But well, we can't kill her, so it's going to get more fucked up.
Drow pregnancies, yeah, they're always great. They got a fucked up culture, man.
Oh, yeah.
On me.
So I started DMing a campaign in the Theros universe pretty recently, and it's definitely going to take some getting used to feel as comfortable there as I am in like the Forgotten Realms lore. But starting to get a little bit of a better handle on the proper nouns and the geography and stuff. Playing Say again?
Eros, you said? What is that?
It's one of the universes they introduced in Magic: The Gathering, and then they added it to the D&D universe. It's inspired by Greek mythology, and it was kind of like, how some of the Magic: The Gathering blocks before were inspired by different pieces of history or pieces of fiction or whatever. This one was basically like, let's try and make Greek mythology, like Magic: The Gathering ish, and they just had such a really good job of it that they decided to make it into a D&D universe as well.
Oh,
And,
didn't they just put out a book about that?
Yeah, it's been out. It's called like the Odyssey, Mythic Odyssey of Theros. Yeah, and it's basically an alternate universe that you could set a D&D into. It like, you're not going to have all the same races, so things like bugbears and gnomes, don't really exist there. But they introduced satyrs and centaurs as player races there, and
Leonin and shit.
Centaurs.
It's a very cool world where like it's all based on like Greek stuff. So like if you read any like the Odyssey or the Iliad or any of that mythology and stuff, it's just got a lot of like really rich references to that. But is also like very high fantasy insofar as you have like a universe where the heavens are in the night sky and the constellations are actually like, depictions of the god, either in their humanoid or avatar forms. And you'll actually see them moving around in the sky. Like, there are oracles and omens, and the things that people believe literally come to pass. Like if enough people believe that there's a malevolent god of storms, then that is what gave rise to the god of storms. So it's very, very belief centric universe. A lot of pretty art too.
Yeah, I was reading. Oh, when Nick gets back, we'll get started. But yeah, I was trying to catch up on the Theros, like main, most recent lore, and it's all like based on essentially a trickster god, or like a satyr essentially rises to godhood through God. He became the god of revels or something.
Mm-hmm.
Pissed off Heliod.
Heliod. Yeah.
Well, it's like a pissed off bunch of people.
Yeah,
and then
Heliod's champion ended up having to defeat him.
Yeah, and then Heliod's a fucking dick too, and then ends up killing after
he kills his own champion. It's so bad.
And then like his champion goes to the underworld and then is haunted by another planeswalker who won't let her forget that Heliod fucking murdered her, and she murdered her beloved, and like all this stuff on accident because she was also being driven crazy. And then all kinds of like, and then she fucking fights her way out of the underworld and like gets a weapon that's like a alternate version of Heliod's fucking spear, and starts telling everyone his spear's fake and her spear is real, and people start to believe her because she's a hero and he's a dick. And then when they clash, because he tries to stop her when she escapes the underworld, he confronts her. And then they fight, and her spear breaks his because the power of belief carries more weight with her than him now. And then after that, it's like he's defeated but not slain, and he's like put under a giant boulder until he's eventually forgotten. It's like it's interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, it's very, very epic in its proportions. So you don't really have so much of mortals coming against, deities so directly very often in this lore, in spite of what we're doing a little bit in this campaign. But it's very cool. Lots of tragedy in there mixed with the epic victories.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Oh.
Spook just left.
Damn it. All right. Well, so we'll get started once Spoon gets back, but pretty much you guys arrived at Bryn Shander. You heard that there were dwarves that were going around town looking for help. The guard at the gate said that you guys look like you might be able to be of use to them and to keep an eye out for them. Again, telepathic communications. You've gotten a few quests, and on the side, one to go to Kelvern's Cairn, I believe, to go save a missing group of adventurers and their guide. You completed a quest to identify the monster inside the Lake Modron. And oh man, what was the other one?
All right, I'm back.